For a new episode, know you probably waiting. Plant a seed in your brain, let me pollinate it. And I'm not like the rest, I don't do the faking. You are now tuned into Bro Conversations. Well, I think the first thing that I wanted to ask you, and it was crazy, like, I wrote this down like 30 minutes before I even came over here. I was like, I want to know how often you in particular, I guess, go to therapy.
I go bi-weekly.
So 2 times a week?
So every other week.
Oh.
Yeah. So like, because like if I went every week, like honestly I'd be getting annoyed. And I don't feel like I have enough to talk about it.
What you mean?
Like, because like, hear me out, it's like, I don't like appointments like that all the fucking time. Like it's so annoying to have to like...
Once a week?
I know, it sounds crazy.
That's what we do.
It's like, it is what we do, but like I be vibing with you, bro.
Yeah,
like it's just like that's my therapist. And
you don't like your therapist?
I like my therapist.
You don't like the concept of therapy?
I like therapy. I just don't feel like I'd have enough to talk about if I went once a week. Because like when I'm having a harder time, like then I switch it and I will go once a week.
Yeah.
But it's like right now I'm good, and I really don't think I have that much to talk about for like myself. Like I feel like I don't like to like really hype up myself when I'm doing really good. I just like to talk a lot more when I'm doing bad. Like,
of course, that's crazy.
So when I'm doing bad, that's when I'm like, yeah, I need this shit more often.
Yeah,
I'm doing good. I'm good.
I feel you. I was just watching an interview with the Breakfast Club with Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
And she said she's like I think in her 40s, maybe 50s. She said like it was just like 2 years ago where she realized like how to love herself and how to accept herself for all the accomplishments she's done and shit like that. And just to think about that, to be a regular everyday person, and I was like, damn, I can relate to that shit. But look how long it took her, you know what I'm saying, to make that transition and be like, okay, I deserve these accolades, I deserve, you know what I'm saying, what I'm getting. And that shit, it's crazy, and it's something a lot of people deal with. They don't feel like they're enough. Like you walk out in public and you don't want to be seen, so you put on a hoodie or whatever, you know?
It's hard, bro. Like, sometimes when I get, like, compliments and shit, it makes me feel bad because I don't feel like I help out enough.
Exactly.
So I know the pain because it's like when you get hyped up for, like, all this music and stuff, I know sometimes it can probably hurt a little bit because it's just, like, I'm sure she does more for, like, trying to be a philanthropist and stuff sometimes and probably doesn't.
She just dropped an album.
See, she just dropped an album, and everyone's talking about that, but I bet you no one talks about when she does, like, an act of philanthropy and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I bet you that shit hurts.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would if you were a rapper, like, I guess Boosie, per se. Somebody who's constantly putting the headlines and saying some shit that he strongly believes in that, you know, may not be PC as people wanted it today. But, you know, I feel like somebody... Yeah, I do understand what you're saying, though, because especially at that point, at that high level, it's like you do so much things, and she produces. I found that out, too. She produces, like, shit for herself and probably other people and shit like that. It's hard to, when you're multi-talented, to, I don't know.
Get respect everywhere, you know what I mean?
Or even, I guess, know how to present it.
Oh, yeah.
Because... she probably, I know she come from the last generation where the labels and stuff, they was trying to build images for artists and shit like that. It wasn't Instagram and shit like that around, you know, so they had to just show themselves by little in interviews and shit like that. So.
Hell yeah. And that's facts. Like, that's facts, because getting rappers and, like, black artists and stuff on TV has been actually a really new concept and stuff like that, you know what I mean? For like the longest time, people didn't actually want rappers and stuff on like daytime TV because they weren't sure how they'd act. My bad. You know?
That's funny as well. But yeah, I do understand that fucking perspective. Oh yeah, just to loop it back to therapy, because now we got into a little tangent. What would you think is one of the biggest lessons you've learned from going to therapy? About yourself or about life or other people or whatever?
I think one of the biggest things I've personally learned from therapy, and like I was talking just about like talking with my homie Vanna about this yesterday, and it's just like, you know, we don't actually deserve to know what other people think about us. You know what I mean? Like, we can want to know what other people think about us, But when other people say negative things about us, or if they think a bunch of good things about us, like, we don't have a right to know what those things are. You know? The only person who you have a right to know their opinion is your own.
That's crazy.
You have a right to know your own opinion, and that's it. When you want to know other people's opinion, it's a privilege to get to know their opinion. It's not, you don't deserve to know what they think of you. So, and that was like a big thing.
Really?
That was a big thing I had to learn because I was very worried about what other people thought of me.
But do you think that applies to everybody in your life, even your fucking parents, like as close as they are to you?
Yeah, you don't actually, like, when they tell you what they think of you, it's a privilege. Like, no one has to tell you what they think of you, bro. Like,
so you're saying nobody got to be real about their intentions or how they feel about you
not
at
like
all?
That. Not like that. I mean, like, when you're like, not like that. It's when you're trying to be real, and it's not at any moment. If you are putting yourself out there for that person, and you're having a discussion like that where you're trying to express yourself and open up about yourself, it's only right for them to express something back. Now, they don't have to. You know what I mean? But, like, when you open up, normally someone else opens back up with something similar. You know what I mean? It's just how you, like, get to know someone. And, like, especially for relationships and stuff like that, it's very important to get to know the other person. But I'm just talking about in general.
But think about it, though. And I want to keep it... I want to keep it on relationships, like, specifically. And that's something, like, low-key, that... Not even low-key, some shit that I deal with in my in one of my previous relationships. It was, like...
I think if you're dating a person,
the fact the at the point where she started withholding information, she was upset about the way the relationship was going, and she was telling other people, other niggas to be exact, and I had no fact of that.
But do you have a right to know it, or are you guys both making yourselves vulnerable?
Let's bring up two scenarios. One of the scenarios that didn't happen, and I'm gonna give you the one that did happen. One scenario is you tell me how you feel, and I can adjust and I can adjust what you need me to adjust, or we can come to an agreement, or I will tell you that I won't do that, or I will. We can just get that out of the way. Or you don't tell me, and then you go behind my back, and then you cheat.
And then it's like, you have a right to know. You guys are both being vulnerable when you open up about what you need in a relationship. It's not like a right. It's like you are putting something out there, and that other person is putting something out there. It's not like, I deserve to know this. It's, I am making myself vulnerable,
That's true.
And if you're not going to make yourself vulnerable, I don't want to be with you. Right? That's perfectly
but the thing about
fair.
the thing about it is, especially in this situation, I had no knowledge of them being vulnerable.
She wasn't being vulnerable, so she was not giving you what you deserved, and that is perfectly fair to walk away from that.
Nah, but you just said I didn't deserve it though.
It's not a right. It is something where
you don't deserve it.
But when you are in a relationship, it's like a mutual agreement. No, I mean it's a mutual agreement. You guys are both saying, "I'm dating you. You are my girlfriend." We both have basically said, like, I'm going to be vulnerable and you're going to be vulnerable. Why put titles? Really. Why put titles on something?
Not really though.
You know, there are expectations to titles, and that's why titles can be very dangerous though. When you say you're going to date someone, people put expectations on titles, so it can be very.
I'm glad you said that, and that's another thing. Like, just because you say, I'm glad you said that, because you're making me see it a little bit different. Just because you say you're in a relationship, you're right. What you said before, you don't deserve to know what somebody's thinking or how they feel. You don't. And that's a part of the chain. That's a part of the lottery, the relationship lottery.
Because when you do that, you are giving something. It's not just that another person deserves to know what you think. You are consciously giving them something. It is a privilege for them to get to know what you think of them.
And on top of that, like, sometimes you got to talk about something to know how you even feel about it. So if you automatically cutting out, nah, we ain't gonna talk about it, I'm just making my decision, which is cool. You right, which is cool. I can't do nothing to stop that. And a relationship is when somebody breaks up, no matter who breaks up, it's always both people on both sides could have did better or did some different shit. So that's true.
Right, it's hard. It's a learning experience, that was another really important thing from therapy, is that not every relationship has to end in beautiful, happy colors and butterflies. You know what I mean? Sometimes they end and it's just not the greatest, and it's okay to go look back at it later on and say, you know, I learned a lot about myself and what I want from a future partner. Because when you break up with someone because you're unhappy, remember that. Now you know what makes you unhappy. flip it around and start looking for what makes you happy. You know, you have just learned something about yourself. You don't like that. And it really makes you not like the relationship. You know, being in that relationship teaches you things. And so it's all great towards helping you find someone that you can live with forever, if that's what you're looking for. You know what I mean? If monogamy and being with someone forever is what you want, then this is a relationship. You know, for some people, no. For some people, yes. And that's why I'm saying I don't just expect to know what people want out of a relationship. But, you know, it's all great towards helping you find someone who will make you happier at the end of the day. Towards even helping you find a fuck buddy that is actually not just a douchebag and is like, yeah, dude, we both get what we need out of it. We're both happy, we're both vibing, and we're both good people, you know? Like,
right.
So, you know, for some people, that's what they really want, and that's perfectly okay, and that sounds really nice because it's a mutually understandable agreement.
It sounds nice, but it's rare because somebody always catch feelings, or it's a high percentage.
It's rare because people...
Especially if you fucking raw.
And because
that's a whole
people have a
subject.
hard time being honest and open about where they are in the moment. You know? People would be more expressive about how they feel in the moment. I think normally that kind of stuff wouldn't just pop out. Like all of a sudden, I'm in love with you does not work.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes you have to talk about that kind of thing slowly and get someone there.
The last question I want to ask about therapy is, where do you think you would be mentally if you never went to therapy?
Where would I be mentally?
Or physically, like, how do you think your life would be if you had never went to therapy ever a day in your life?
You know, I'd like to think that somehow I would have still found a way towards helping myself in another way. You know what I mean? Like, I really hope that if I had not found therapy, that I would have done something else to make myself happier with myself, and that I would have gone down a different path, like maybe athletics or something, or tried to do more streaming with it, you know, and all that stuff, or something. I'd like to think that I would have tried something. But I don't know. I mean, I very genuinely could be in a fucking pit in the ground. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I could have killed myself, you know? I don't know. Honestly, therapy is a great thing. I think it doesn't always get enough credit for how many lives it can really save and how many lives it has saved. Because how do you say, it saved my life, you know? Because I don't know where I would be if I hadn't gotten help at such an early point. You know, because I started at 16, and I feel like it was where my depression was going was very much prevented from going down such a dark path. You know, I got help, you know? So, like, I was sad and I was, like, really depressed, but I never hurt myself or anything. So, the other thing is, I don't know. I've never hurt myself. I think I might have been just really sad and just not done a lot. So, two sides to the coin, man, you know?
Indeed.
Get help, y'all. Get some help. If you're sad,
get therapy out there, you know what I'm saying?
On God, it's cool. And if you don't like your therapist, try another one, man. I know a lot of people that didn't like one therapist, didn't like the second, didn't like the third, and then the fourth helped. You know? Not every therapist is perfect, I'll say, and they're not all great. You know, sometimes you gotta really look for that shit.
Indeed. BetterHelp.com.
BetterHelp.com. Let's get that sponsor. Where's my sponsor at?
No cap, but I got another topic for the goddamn Would You Risk It segment. We bringing it back. It's been I don't know how long, but anyway. In Chicago, thieves steal over $1 million worth of watches from a Lamborghini dealership, and yeah, I guess I just want to know, would you risk it?
Would I risk it for the watches?
For the watches, and
I think that is genius.
I watched the video. I don't even think they had guns. It was just two people. One came in, they had a hammer, they smashed it. They had a little pillowcase. They really picked up like 2, 3, maybe 4 watches.
I think anyone serious in business could have looked at that place and been like, what the fuck were they doing? Like, why was there that much stuff in there? You got Lamborghinis in there, so you're already worried about people driving off in the Lamborghinis. You actually really have to have someone with them while they're doing all the tests and stuff like that. So when people are out there test driving them, you're dropping an employee each time someone's going out there or something.
Right.
Unless it's a very trustworthy client. You know what I mean? So a big name, you don't need to go ride with them,
But the thing about it is, the flip side of that is, let's break it down then. Like, okay,
who was really paying attention to those watches? They're way more worried about those cars. I think it's genius,
it's
bro.
like even deeper than that. It's like, what are the people that stole it? What are they gonna do with it? Unless they know somebody personally, I guess that's a watch dealer or whatever. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be an APB out on them bitches. So like,
I mean, they might have had plans just to leave the country after that. I know some people.
Dumb, bro.
That would be like, hear me out. If they had a private way out,
it was 2 people. So let's just say they
maybe
did,
for them
they did
that's money for
that's
life,
500,000.
That might be money for life for them, bro. Some people will risk it all for $500,000. That's all the money they think they'll ever need.
But like I said, where are they gonna find somewhere to sell it? Are they gonna try to like sell it online?
No, I mean, like, you start going to Europe, black markets are even easier to find, bro.
Yeah, but bro, come on, bro. You say that so easy. You say that like it's so easy. If they never even left their own hood, how the hell they gonna know about any connections at a whole nother country, bro?
Bro, like, all I'm gonna say is, imagine like you lived in the hood your whole life, and all of a sudden, like, you started asking for the next guy up. All right, then you ask your weed plug for his weed plug, and then you ask that man for his weed plug, and then you ask that man for his plug.
That's not real, bro.
That's not real,
bro. That's really not real.
But sometimes, I know some people. And
that's movie shit. That's not.
Nah,
come on.
Okay, but sometimes some of these guys like know someone too. You know what I mean? It is movie shit, but there's always someone who was just lucky enough to know some fucking guy who knew some guy. I mean, and it's crazy, but most of the way, like a lot of these thieves and shit work is they know like
but what are the odds that those 2 people know a person, bro? You talking about some? What was that movie that Adam Sandler just put out? It's called. You seen it with Kevin Garnett?
It's very rare, but the chance that there's someone out there is high.
Gems something. Uncut Gems. You talking about some uncut gems,
bro? But
shit,
like
bro.
what I'm talking about, bro, is the fact that there's someone out there though that has.
But what are the odds that they know that person, bro?
I mean, they're low, but the fact, like, why would they make that risk if they don't, like, know anyone to sell those watches
Because they know they're valuable. A lot of people, they don't think through the crimes. A lot of people, when they go do a crime, they don't even know how many years they're going to do before they do the crime if they do get caught. They just go out and they do shit. And that could have been this case.
Well, I can't help that. Those guys are fucking retarded then.
First of all, just to answer the question, I would not risk it because it's too many cameras. No, bro. It's too many cameras on it, and unless they left state that day, that night, there's a high chance that, and they're not coming back for some years.
I still think it's funny. Why they got watches in the Lamborghini place? They are already worried about all those cars.
Yeah, for sure. But unless like you said, they got them 007 contracts overseas. You know what I'm saying? Unless they got the black market plug tap in, which I highly doubt they do. They just got some hot watches that they can't even sell for a while.
My dad works for Nintendo. He'll help us out.
Because think about it. I'm pretty sure that they got the money and the resources. They didn't contact it with the police, so they can just put an APB out in the whole New York State for the serial number on the watches. The dealership got that probably.
That's fair.
So that's what I'm saying. You got all these hot watches, and like I said, unless you got somebody that's outside of New York, or even just that city, that city. It may not even the whole New York, but that's a whole lot of money, though. That's a whole lot of money. But just, what are the odds of that shit? Like, the odds of it.
I don't know why they tried
and
it.
The odds
are
that they're
rare,
not going to get
like,
caught. It's crazy.
All I'm going to say, the only people that should try are the people that got those contacts.
For sure. I would not risk it. Ben, I guess you would not risk it.
I wouldn't, because I ain't got no one who's going to help me sell those fucking watches. I don't know nothing about doing all that. That's dumb as hell. I think it's hilarious that they did it, though. I'm so proud of them. So proud of them.
Also, I ain't even watched it. It was a video that came with this next headline I'm about to read out. I ain't even want to watch it because I was like, I'm already knowing what's happening. 20-year-old Florida substitute teacher arrested for having unprotected sex with her high school student. Then he posted it on Snapchat.
Hey, how old was my man?
I don't know how old he was. He was high school. I'm assuming. I don't know. That could be within 14 to 18.
I think it's crazy because you know that guy got so many high fives.
Bro.
You know he's getting high fives. And he just got raped, bro.
He
just got fucking raped.
Do you
he's
think?
Getting high fives.
Do you think he got expelled?
Do I? No. Hell no. Hell no. Oh, maybe. He posted child pornography. You know, and that's the other thing is when you post
I didn't even think about that.
When you post your own PP and you're a high schooler, that's child pornography.
But it's deeper than that. He was fucking the teacher, like.
But they'll, you know, he's not gonna get in trouble for fucking the teacher. The teacher's gonna get in trouble for fucking him.
Predator, all that shit.
Because she's a predator.
Yeah.
But he.
But think about it. Think about it. Let's think about this. Best case scenario, he's 18 and she's 20. That's the same age range. But she's 20 years old.
Child pornography, and then he uploaded child pornography.
Let's say he's 17.
The internet.
Because 18 is an adult. Let's say he's 17.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I'm just talking about.
17 is still child porn. I think they're gonna.
Yeah, for sure.
That. I think they're gonna get him for that.
I'm just talking about like the morality of it. I'm not talking about the legality. Like
the morality. I think she's a fucking rapist.
Really? If he's 18 or 17.
How the fuck when you pull out some 40-year-old man and he's over there diddling a 17-year-old girl?
That's
different.
Know
these 17-year-old girls are
bro.
more intellectually mature than these young men.
The teacher is a 20-year-old woman.
But a 17-year-old girl, it has gone through puberty farther than a 17-year-old boy at that point. To me, a 17-year-old boy is less intellectually mature than a 17-year-old girl. Oh my God,
what the fuck?
And we're gonna act like it's and no, we're not gonna act. It is rape when a 40-year-old man is with a 17-year-old girl. How is it not rape when these 17-year-old boys who do not know better and they just get hard at the sight of anything with breasts?
But with a 20-year-old teacher, I'm just morality.
She took advantage of him. Hell yeah, he is horny as hell. He is even if he's 17, he's a 17-year-old boy, horny as hell. Anything gets his fucking rocks off.
I ain't even gonna lie. This is a part of the Would You Risk It segment, and if I was the boy, I don't give a fuck if I was 14 to... Man, I most definitely... What the fuck?
He gonna be a high five? I know he is, bro.
Would you do it if you was in his position? No matter... Let's say he was... it didn't say the age of him. Let's say he was 14. The age of high school is 14 to 18.
The 14-year-old boy the respect that, like... That they don't always know better, bro, and that they can actually get manipulated.
I'm saying, would you do that at that age? Would you?
I would say fuck no, because I don't want to be with some 14 with some 27-year-old woman.
She's 20.
20?
20.
The teacher was 20.
Yeah, I told you that twice.
And the guy was, and how old was the kid?
Like I said, I don't know the exact age because he was in high school, so I don't think they put his age in it.
I got you. You know, if he was
but I'm saying like the high school age is between around 14, 13, well, let's say 14 to 18. That's
you know, if he was
the whole high school experience. If
he was 17 or 18, you know, I don't care. The only thing is,
do you think it was bad on her part?
Yeah,
if he was 18,
because they already say teachers can't have sex with their students.
Yeah, but bro, they're literally let's say they're 2 or 3 years apart.
It's still bad because teachers can like give students A's for sex, and you don't ever want to encourage that.
Yeah.
So it's still bad because you don't want to encourage teacher-student relations.
I'm just saying morally. Stop giving me all the specifics.
Morally, a teacher-student relationship is bad. Like morally, like they shouldn't be together because like she's there to teach him, and when you fuck someone you're there to teach, you're taking advantage of them a little bit.
Nah, they just teaching them extensively. You know what I'm saying? Teaching them about anatomy. They're going overtime. Give these teachers raises. Don't fire them.
Fuck all that. Hear me out. Girls are done with
puberty. Don't fire them.
Girls are done with puberty before boys. They're more mature before boys, and we know it's rape when like it's a grown man and a teenage girl. So I'm gonna just say, just because he looks he's got the little chin hair coming in finally and all that stuff, don't mean shit, bruh. He is still not there. He ain't got no life experience. What the fuck he know about the streets? He ain't know nothing. He knows about the classroom. He knows about the Xbox. He knows about the fucking homework. He ain't know nothing else. He ain't never even had a job yet, probably.
Maybe.
That's weird. It's a little weird.
Indeed. Yep, here it go. I ain't gonna no prefixes. Prosecutors on Thursday. prosecutors on Thursday rested their case against Kim Potter. Remember Kim Potter? You may have heard about her. She's 49. She was charged with first and second degree manslaughter in the killing of Dante Wright.
Oh,
it was on video. It was a black kid, Dante Wright.
Oh, I saw that. She did it. She pulled out the gun instead of the taser.
He was trying to drive away, and she said taser, but shot him with a gun, which I'm pretty sure. First of all, they said in that case that police officers they're taught that they use their gun is on their dominant side and the taser is on their less dominant side.
Correct.
So that means she had to reach across her body on the wrong side to shoot him with the fucking gun. You
They're
know what I'm saying?
two completely different spots.
So that's cap. But yeah. During the April 11th traffic stop.
Go back to that last one real quick, by the way.
What?
Really quickly, a taser, even nowadays, the new tasers, the shooty ones, have this big yellow front on them.
Right.
And it kind of looks like a taser.
Yeah.
And the black gun, the black pistol,
it's heavy.
It
has
heavy,
bullets
and
in it.
it really looks like a gun.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, she was charged with first and second degree manslaughter and the killing of Dante Wright during the April 11th traffic stop in the Brooklyn Center. The 20-year-old black motorist broke away from the officers that were trying to arrest him. He was attempting to drive away when Porter shot him. Body cam video captured the shooting. She said, like I said, I'll tase you, but then she fired the gun. I reported on when they first were in the when they first fucking started the prosecution of this case, and that was I felt like that shit was like a year ago, and I had a feeling that they weren't gonna do anything about it. I didn't read anything that said about how much time she was getting, but I'm very glad that she was charged with those two charges, because we've seen time and time, especially police officers.
People ain't forget, bro.
Bro, especially police officers. We've seen they protected by the police union and all other shit, and protected, with what I'm saying, with other shit. So it's like we've seen it time and time again. Motherfuckers, they just get moved to a different station or some shit, or they just get suspended for a week or something. Then they come right back and they on the same bullshit. So this is really dope to see. I guess some sort of justice to be motherfucking served.
Hell yeah, change to the fucking system where they start recognizing that people are actually paying attention.
It shouldn't take somebody losing their damn life or getting shot for some disciplinary action to fucking take place.
No, but we have taken the deaths of people and we have found a way to make a positive aspect out of it. Instead of just having them be useless deaths that were unfair and cruel, we have found a way to rise up and actually do something and hopefully make a change for the system.
Yeah.
Hopefully to the point of where we're not having to teach our kids to fucking fear anything, bro.
It's crazy almost in every single time period we hear about or read about in school or whatever. Somebody gotta die for some serious change to happen. Whether it be one person or multiple people, which it has been over the years, whatever. It's just crazy. It takes somebody losing their life for people to give a damn.
I hate that shit, bro.
Or some real cool shit. But yeah. You been watching TV lately?
Dexter. New season of Dexter, bro.
I just started watching the newest season of Lucifer. You watch that?
Oh, there's a new season?
Yes, sir. Season 5.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
I've been watching that shit. I also I watched the season of what's it called? Fuck. I don't even know the name of it. It's an anime on Netflix. It's a black samurai as the main character.
Like Samurai Champloo or something?
Nah.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen that shit. It looks so dope. That looks dope as fuck, yeah.
I think his name is it's a Japanese name. That's why I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that shit was super crazy.
I got that shit saved somewhere, bro.
Just finished El Camino a couple days ago. You know what I'm saying?
You like that?
Yeah, I just wanted to get it all fresh in my mind. So I feel like Breaking Bad and The Office are the only two TV shows that I know extensively what happened and like all that shit. That's it. Everything else, I'm fuzzy.
I'm fuzzy with Breaking Bad. I feel like it's been so long. Just I need to get back on that. Dexter and Shameless are my two shows, bro. Shameless is so good.
I think they just dropped a new season.
Of Shameless?
I think so. Or
Yeah,
not
they
recently, but like a couple months ago.
So like they just added it to like Netflix or something, and it had been out for a year, but they're finally like releasing it on all platforms and stuff.
I had to get that first initial money first. I understand.
Exactly. Trying to get people to like pay for the whole season and shit. But yeah, it's good. It's the last season. The show's over. So I should be sad. But fuck it. I'm glad the show ended and they didn't keep trying to like I hate when they hammer a show to death.
Like Grey's Anatomy, it's like 31 seasons of that shit.
Oh my god, Grey's Anatomy. What's the other one? General Hospital.
NCIS. What's
General Hospital's been out since like the 70s.
What's the shit with Ice-T?
With Ice-T?
As the detective.
Oh, that's is it Criminal Minds or
I
is
think
it?
so. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something
That
like
shit,
that.
31 seasons too. Goddamn.
Okay, but Ice-T being
I
a
love-
detective. Can we talk about that?
Before we do that, I love shows that ended at a good 4 or 5 seasons. Ended early. Don't get. Keep it good. Keep the storyline great. Don't kill off too many people at the last episode because you know they like to do that shit. Look what Avengers did.
Oh, yeah.
But keep it 4 or 5 seasons. Something short and sweet. Some shit that's classic that you can just come back to. Not many shows can go 13, 11 seasons and still be good as the first few.
I know what you mean, bro. Yeah, Dexter pushed like 10, and it's like it has its moments. Like
They stretch it, man.
There's seasons where I'm just like
They run out of material. It's like, bro, you did everything.
Yeah.
He almost died. That especially with longer shit, like, bro.
American
Have you
Horror
seen
Story.
what was that shit? Blacklist. Oh my god, they should stop. It's great, but they should stop, bro. Like, just stop.
I haven't seen that, but sometimes when I see a show as 10
It's amazing.
seasons, I'm like, I'm not ready to get into a new one of those.
It's amazing,
you know
but
what I
I'm
mean?
not about to continue. But, bro, everybody done almost died. Literally, you thought him was dead. You thought his daughter was dead. You thought his granddaughter. Like, bro, it's.
It kills me when they actually have to kill someone off because then they leave because they're tired of that shit.
No, it's
bro.
great. Some
It's
change.
great. It's like, yeah.
If it's a long series, it's great. It's like, damn, okay, that's a serious change. So they're gonna have to fill that with blah, you know.
I don't know. I think they should just end it. Let them go off.
Exactly.
Let them free.
I agree.
Free them.
But I bet you a lot of that shit be happening because people they be wanting to leave their contract or they was only signed for up to this many episodes and they renewed with all the other actors, but they didn't renew with him and that wasn't the plan.
Yeah. Yeah, they had like plans for like 10 years from then to start like a movie or something. They gotta go do it now.
Go ahead and do Dr. Doolittle. That's what all the fucking motherfuckers always do that. The kids movies, the animated shit.
Everybody, all these actors, they become like a dad. Or
Oh,
like the
yeah.
actresses, they become moms, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And they want to go do like a kids movie all of a sudden.
Yep.
I fucking hate, I'm starting to cringe at that shit, dude.
For sure, but I feel like it's kind of selfish of us as fans too, and that's something I learned with my favorite artists and shit like that. It's kind of selfish of us as fans to expect them to be a novelty act, do the same shit that we love them for. Motherfuckers, they got to do different shit, and then they do the kids movies to reach different markets.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
It is cringy though.
It's cringy sometimes. It's cool. It's cool. Like when they like say, "Oh, I want to go do a video game because my son loves video games and I want to connect with him and shit like that." Like I love it when actors do shit like that. Like all of a sudden they start doing voice acting and stuff because their son's got them into it. You know,
Right.
their son's got them into games and they're like, "This helps me connect with my son."
Oh, I ain't never thought about that.
Shit, like some actors do that. It's really wholesome. But like I'm talking about like when they start doing the kids movies and like
Yeah. I feel you. But sometimes, well, if it's an animated one, I'll let that slide. I kind of like the animated one.
Yeah, it's like the singing
like
shit
a
like
joke.
that.
Not even that. Not the singing, but something like Nemo.
The Nemo stuff like that. Pixar is good. I will never hate on anyone for being in a Pixar movie. Like,
Are there any like sing-song Pixar movies? Yeah, because that's Disney, right? So they own all the princesses. So yeah, every single princess. You ever seen the Princess and the Frog?
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah.
That one was actually good. I fuck with that, and that was like the first black Disney princess.
So it was big.
Hell yeah. Yeah, people want to let go of that one.
It's all about representation. Think about it. Like that's something that white people. That I ain't trying to bring back.
I'm bad. I'm like, we got one. Let's do some more.
That's something that people of other races, any other race, not just specifically white people, like you go in a store and you see like you being represented.
Yeah.
In any way with music, even like think about it, the music that you hear in Walmart, it's not the shit that we listen to.
They just need to start making some of these white girls into like other colors and shit. Like fuck, we got so many white Disney princesses.
That's
just
what
make
I said.
like
That's
just
what I
make
said.
Cinderella or something like.
You want to see yourself in your surroundings because it makes you proud of yourself. If you don't see yourself in your surroundings, it's like damn, I don't want to look like me. I don't want to like my hair. I don't want to like the way I wear my shit. So
it's
like,
good to do that. They should be making these Disney princess movies and just have them be whatever fucking race. I don't give a shit, bro. I don't mean like start taking fucking Tiana and start whitewashing the shit out of her, but I'm talking about
Disney
like,
got enough money to create a bunch more fucking, I'm
just like, look, hear me out. I was watching like I think I've talked about this before, Titans. It's like a Teen Titans live action show. And Starfire's black and
real
shit
people?
like this. With real people. And Starfire's like black and shit like this. And at first there was all this controversy. And I was like, damn, maybe it's not good. And then like you start watching the show, I'm 3 seasons in, it's fucking great. It doesn't matter what fucking race she is.
it matters if they can act.
It matters if they can fucking act.
And
so I'm just like, make some of these white girls black. I don't care.
And it's crazy how privileged we are that that was a big issue. But like I said,
people were worried it was going to change anything.
Cancel culture is not real. All you got to do is be good at whatever you're doing, and people will accept it. And if they don't, fuck them. Simple. It's not real.
For real.
It's all the uproar and whatever. It's just people sitting down.
You're changing my character.
Yeah.
Well, that ain't your character. They own that shit, bro. They can do whatever the fuck they want with it. They can start selling that shit off if they want.
Precisely.
Right? Disney can sell one of those Disney princesses to fucking Marvel, have them become a superhero tomorrow, bro. Y'all better watch out.
That would low-key be a fire plot, though. Think about that. Like, think about, damn, a real-life, like, princess.
That's what they go do when they start running out of money, bro. I promise.
A real-life princess of, like, England or some shit. And she get in trouble with I don't know. She could be a villain. She could even be a villain. She get in trouble with the CIA or some shit. And then the fucking...
Dude, I feel like this is a movie, bro. These are like
no
the
cap.
old 2009 Disney
No
movies
cap,
that I
like,
fucking hate, bro. You got me frowning over here. I'm over here like, no, I've seen this.
She link up with like an evil doctor, evil Professor X type shit.
This shit remind me of those twin movies, like the twin movies where one was like a secret agent and one was just a normal
get powers or some shit. Get powers and then fight crime or fight against the good guys. Beat Rob Banks. That shit would be crazy.
We need a Wonder Twins movie.
But that's a good plot though. They could really make it real life.
One person with a princess.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't.
I would watch that shit.
Let me look up princess.
Not to sound sexist, but 9 times out of 10, when a woman is the lead role in a movie or TV show, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Damn, that's funny.
Do you feel differently? Because
especially with comedy, you're right. I mean, they ain't got no Disney princess.
Especially with stand-up comedy,
like defiant like that.
Especially with stand-up comedy, like whenever I find it or whatever, it's like, oh, they talk about getting fucked or whatever. It's like, it's cool, but I don't know. I just like other shit.
I feel that. I mean, it ain't even that funny to me when a motherfucker goes up on stage and starts talking about fucking and shit like that, bro. Yeah. Why you gotta talk about
big jokes on
who you fucking, bro? And it's the same thing. It's the same thing to women comedians. I don't want to hear about something going up and inside of you, bro. Ain't nobody got like. It's just like, no, like don't talk about that. It's like you're demeaning yourself up on stage. Same to the men. Like when you up there talking about everybody who you fucking.
But it's different though.
You're only like not showing respect towards your partner. Like, time for me to go talk about everything I be doing with them.
that's just the double standards of the world. Cause I feel like I've heard some funny ass dude comedians make some funny ass sex jokes, and it don't even specifically got to be about the act of sex. It could be some shit, a cup that fell in the room or some shit. You know, a dog ran in. You know what I'm saying?
I think that just goes to show like the level of their comedy, though. I don't think it always works. I think like there's a rare couple of jokes that are like gonna be funny to like a lot of different people. You know what I mean? It don't always work out that way, but sometimes you get like a good ass joke like that. Not everyone be having like good ass jokes. I don't know, cause now when I be thinking about like pussy jokes, I be thinking about Amy Schumer, bro. She done ruined it for so many set women comedians.
I think she's funny though.
You think Amy Schumer funny?
I believe that I watched one. I believe that I watched her one of her fucking, oh my god, amnesia. What's this? One of her comedy specials on Netflix. I forgot what it was called. I think I watched it and I liked it. I think Amy Schumer is one female comedians that I actually think is funny.
Really?
I believe it's her because she was on the Joe Rogan podcast and I thought she was cool then too. So.
Damn. Amy. Oh shit. We can all have different opinions. I think she's lame as fuck. I ain't go shit on you, bro. But I'm just like, after seeing her, I think she's lame.
Can you name one? Can you name one female comedian that you do like?
Yeah, there's this. I think it's like Amy something.
Schumer?
No, but let's chill. It's like I don't know.
Ali Wong?
Maybe it's Ali. Yeah. Is it Ali
She
Wong?
Asian?
Yeah, she's Asian. I just didn't want to say the
oh my hell no, bro. I think she lame.
Nah, she's funny, bro.
That bitch, bro. I saw one of her comedy specials and she was pregnant. And that's all the fuck she talked about. I was like, yo, that's all she talked about. I was like, bro.
That's how I be talking, bro. She go out there, she be real, bro.
Yeah, but it's like, why would this interest me?
Because that's what she wrote, bro. That's what she wrote. Like when she's pregnant,
you thought
like,
that
that's all she
saw that?
I thought that was funny, bro.
Oh wow, you cannot talk shit about Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer be like, my pussy.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny though. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
It's Amy Schumer on stage, bro. My pussy.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
You ever seen Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan's funny sometimes.
That nigga's hilarious.
I think sometimes he be like, I just be like, damn. I feel kind of bad for the man. I just be like, who fucked you up, bro?
All good comedians are fucked up.
He fucked up, bro. I feel bad, bro.
Name one legendary comedian that's not had a fucked up childhood.
Richard Pryor
tried. I think he tried to kill himself or some shit.
Through him sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like, oh,
Chris
God,
Rock,
bro.
like, bro. Who your favorite comedian? Let's do that.
Dave Chappelle for sure.
That's not black.
How you gonna do me like that? Dave Chappelle funny as fuck.
I fuck with Tom Segura. I fuck with Burt Kreischer. I think they funny.
I like Daniel Tosh.
How old is he?
He's like in his like 30s or 40s. You ever seen him? He had this show.
Don't sound familiar.
He had this show Tosh.0 on Comedy Central, and he also did these. He did these like comedy like shows. He'd go to like colleges and shit and stuff like that. It was funny as fuck.
Like do pranks?
Like no, he'd just go like do comedy shows for him, bro.
Oh.
He'd just go. He went instead of like going to like these crazy ass places. He would just go do like this whole tour at like a college campus and shit. Like at all these college campuses. It was dope as fuck.
I know that had to be hard because they say college students
Dude, they fucking loved him, bro. Hell no, that's Daniel Tosh's audience.
Like the energy is different. You know what I'm saying?
I think the energy, dude. He recorded all of them, bro. The energy was so hard.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like
it's just different with it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from some of the comedians that I've heard on podcasts and shit. Like
I believe that, but he had them.
Not bad, but
he had them rioting, bro. He had them happy, bro.
I gotta check him out,
dude, for sure. Daniel Tosh is like, he'd be like. It's been a while since I've seen him, I guess, for sure. I used to watch him all the time with my dad.
Yeah.
Like, that was the funniest shit I could watch, but I don't know, he'd just be going up there talking about anything. His Tosh.0 show, he'd just go, like, react to, like, videos. like, instead of like how like YouTubers be reacting to videos,
Yeah.
he'd get all these clips and react to them, and he'd like get like the people from the clips and interview them and shit, and he'd like make fucking the hella fun of them on there. Like, I swear some of them did not know what they were coming for, because like he would be like
Some troll shit.
Yeah, he'd be trolling the fuck out of him. Be like, so you know, like, you got your dick stuck in a dumpster, right? And like, just absolutely joshing him on like national television, basically. It was funny as fuck. He's white. So there you go. Doing it like that. Certainly not.
I just
fucking with you.
But yeah, I was thinking about that shit, like, and especially comedy or even Instagram skits or whatever. Like, the people that shine and get the most success are the people that say and do whatever the fuck they want to do. Like, not the people that follow the status quo. Like, even in movies and shit like that, they all have this. We as humans value nostalgia and value fearlessness like nothing else. Like, more than a lot of other things that we value or whatever. And if you can have both of those things, or, you know, in some sort of way, especially purely, you can make a whole lot of money.
Dude, that's actually facts. You just gotta, sometimes you gotta hit that market, you know? You don't even have to become super original with it nowadays, because I know a lot of people say, like, everything's been done. You know, everything's been done. You just gotta, like, be able to, like, be noticeable. You gotta be fucking vibrant. You gotta be expressive. You gotta be, like, on top of that shit, you know? So really, like, a lot of it is, like, effort. I watch all these guys put, like, 70 fucking hours of, like, effort into their businesses and shit a week, just because, like, they're terrified if they don't, you know, they'll fail. So it's like grind for some people. For some people, it's just, like, waiting for the right moment to, like, do something crazy like that, you know?
Would you ever go skydiving?
I don't know, bro.
How about indoor skydiving? You ever been there?
No, but I do that shit. That shit looks fun as fuck.
I went there one time as a kid, and I didn't get on it, but we just watched other people. It was so cool.
Dude, it looks so cool. I do that shit, because I'd be like, what the fuck is going to happen? They going to let me get eaten up by that fan? Catch a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Catch a lawsuit.
Catch a death, nigga. Like,
it's okay. I'm like, my parents finna be rested on 50 mil.
That is something I was thinking about. I was like, damn, like, it just looked like a fan. It ain't even no, like, I don't even know what to call it.
It's the way that they figured out how to chamber it, bro. It's so cool.
You would think there should be like a metal net or something to catch you right before you get to the blade.
That's what I would hope, bro.
If that shit turn off, ain't you dead? Like, aren't you dead? Or your leg broken at least.
Probably.
If you at the top and it just turn and the energy in the building just turn off.
You might like slowly fall. You might be able to catch yourself. I don't know. How tall is this chamber? Is like 20 feet? Maybe higher?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
It was giant.
It was, yeah.
It was like the shit at Chick-fil-A or McDonald's times like 20.
Damn.
But like, just this shoot type thing.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, you probably fucking catch a shattered leg, bro.
If not, get chopped by the blade, like, because the blade not gonna stop immediately.
There ain't no net that you stand on at the bottom.
So I guess you're alright. Even if it turn off, they can, if they paying attention, kind of control it and get to the exit.
I'd hope that they'd be able to like that. It would, if it turned off, it would slowly. It wouldn't just stop. It would like.
Well, all right. What if it just stopped instantly?
I'd be like, fucking pissed. I'd be like, I'm dead, dude. If only one fan turned off, then you get shoved towards one side. All of a sudden, you'd be like slammed.
What do you think the odds are?
I bet you they got emergency power.
From you dying from regularly skydiving and indoor skydiving, how much more likely do you think it is?
I bet you it's way higher of dying of outdoor skydiving.
For sure, but how much you think? If you compare it to indoor skydiving, just a guess.
Maybe only like 3 times. I bet you there's so much that can go wrong with indoor skydiving
bro,
too.
It'll be way more than that.
Because I know hell could go wrong with the outdoor skydiving.
For sure. That shit way more like...
It's way more dangerous.
Even if your parachute works, you can get caught in some fucking power lines.
Well, then you're worried technically the plane could go down. Technically it
could blow up.
It could blow up. Your instructor could be on drugs. Like
you have a panic attack and you can't get to the medicine you need or whatever the fuck. You can't calm down and you hyperventilate to death.
Fucking allergic reaction to something on the fucking helicopter or something.
Yeah.
Or someone's eating a Pop-Tart and you're like allergic.
You pass out in the air before you... Oh, that's crazy. You pass out in the air before you even get to pull the parachute. That would be crazy.
Oh, here we go. They attach someone to you.
in heaven.
Luckily, you got they don't let you do it alone. You have to have someone strapped to you.
Yeah, but I heard if you did it a lot, if you experience,
you can get a license.
Yeah.
You can get a license to do it alone.
I heard you just got to do it a certain amount of times with somebody so you can understand how it works and shit.
Yeah, the instructors will just. I bet you some places they just click.
Because if you did it 1,000 times, you wouldn't need somebody to.
Nah, that's fair.
Or even 100 times, you wouldn't need somebody to show you how to do it.
I don't know. Maybe if you're unconscious, someone will come grab you out of the air.
But how do they know you're unconscious?
Probably see you start fucking spitting. All of a sudden, you're just in the air, dude, and you're just in the air, and you're like. And start doing these 360s, bro. It looks like you're in a gyro chamber. They're probably like, they need some help.
Oh, shit. That's facts.
Because all of a sudden your head's going to go down and you're just going to start turning this way and start doing these loops or something. It'll be hilarious. You'll wake up and you'll be like spinning, bro, I swear. You won't just wake up like, oh, I'm back and I'm going now. You'll be doing some crazy direction because you weren't controlling your body weight. You know what I mean?
Damn, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Damn.
So they'd say this motherfucker plummeting towards the ground like an asteroid, bro. Oh shit, I gotta say that, man.
That shit crazy.
I'm gonna lose my job. That makes me want to watch some videos now, see what it looks like. Someone unconscious in the air doing some spins, bro. Hell no, I don't want to do none of that. You imagine? I get lightheaded, unconscious in the air.
What about rock climbing?
You know, I go some rock climbing, bro.
But how do professionals do it?
I do that shit because
them motherfuckers be up Grand Canyon type. They be up high.
Well, I've learned how they do it. There's ways that you can tell if a rock is solid.
That shit look flimsy though.
You can tell if the rock is hard or
for sure.
Or if a rock is solid, it'll go like thud thud thud, and if it's hollow, it'll go like dum, dum. You'll hear the sound kind of echoing inside of it.
But just the equipment that they use to scale, the shit that they scale,
it's so cool.
It looks so
they're so smart. I know.
It look like you would need way more to do it, but nope.
Nah, because if you fall, the other person will sling up and then they'll sling back down, and y'all will be good. And then y'all just have to work back up together.
No, I mean somebody doing it by themselves. You ever seen that?
Fuck that.
That's what I asked
you. Nah, you're not. The way I've been taught, you're supposed to have someone watching your rope at the bottom.
Have you ever seen that though? I've seen a couple videos on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that. That's scary to do
bro,
that shit.
That's
someone is supposed to be watching your rope at the bottom.
Nah, bro, I seen somebody record themselves and do it by themselves, on camera. It was so nerve wracking, bro.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'd make sure I at least had someone at the very bottom, holding that rope. You know what I mean?
Nah, fuck that. You do it yourself. You just like you just said. You can tell if the rock is hollow. So
you can, but that's you risking that for no reason, bro. If you fall, where your weight gonna go?
It's the adrenaline. They gotta have super strong toes and fingers. You do not want to get into a thumb wrestle with them niggas.
Fuck that. I'm good. I know they got the clips and all that shit, but I'm good. Hey, fuck that, bro.
The shit that scared me the most is watching people. They be in New York and they be on a construction thing. They be balancing on the beams.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe
if they die
they doing the parkour, or they just doing it for work?
No, doing parkour.
Yeah.
That shit is the most nerve-wracking shit I've ever seen.
I get that shit, bro.
Like,
I was never really like into like the rope
and they be up
across
there by
Grand
themselves.
Canyon. Yeah, fuck that, bro.
Yeah, that shit is crazy too.
Like, I guess it's cool to jump like across a building and be able to like go wherever you go and ain't got no people in your way in the city.
But
like,
they be up so high.
fuck all that, like doing like a tightrope and type shit. Like, ooh. You're like, fuck that, you can crack your skull. Nah. You're like, I just think it's cool, like making hella distance from rooftops and shit. Some of that shit's cool. Like when the rooftops are so close, they just jumping across and shit like that, making it work.
That shit is nerve wracking.
Oh yeah.
When I was a kid, I wanted to do parkour.
Me too. I was like, I want to become a fucking ninja.
Exactly.
I want to be a samurai and ninja.
I need my sword, my plastic sword. That's magical. I miss that as a kid. The imagination. That shit was dope.
I'm gonna kill the bullies with my katana.
But now we gotta get astronomically high to have that same type of imagination. That shit crazy.
Shit, bro. On God.
What a world.
Shit, dude. You gotta watch this new season of Dexter, though. Talking about... There's this kid that
I'm guessing he's killing again.
Maybe. All I could say is there's this kid that brings a knife to school.
Oh, wow.
In his town. And that shit is mad funny, bruh. He got all these drawings, bruh. He be drawing himself like Dylan Klebold in them.
Mm-hmm.
I was like... He had like the skull shirt and he was giving himself the trench coat himself. I was like, no, don't do that.
I gotta watch that.
That's funny as fuck, bruh. I was like, no, they're referencing hard.
They said they represent my people too clearly.
No! They know what the white kids are doing. They've got them. It was some sad, nerdy white kid, bruh.
Oh my god. 13 Reasons Why type shit.
He brought a knife to school.
Like a, what type of knife?
It was just like... Oh, that's right. It was like a straight razor.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was really gonna do damage.
It's gonna do damage, bro.
But the thing about that is, a kid... Nah, I ain't gonna say. No, why not? A kid would have more accuracy and more lethal power with a gun, wouldn't you think?
I mean, yeah, that's why I thought it was funny that he brought the knife because
a kid isn't going to be a natural killer.
I don't want to spoil what happens though, but it's mad funny.
So even if he stabbed him, he probably stabbed him once and then drop it. Like he ain't gonna continue stabbing him unless he's killed before. If he's killed before, then that's different.
All I'm gonna say is if you're watching the new Dexter, skip ahead like 30 seconds right now. But look, he ain't hurt anyone. He didn't hurt one fucking person, bro.
Exactly, and that's what it would be 9 times out of 10. But I'm just saying, I would like to play the scenarios out. If that shit did happen, he ain't gonna be stabbing in front of Miss Johnson, the teacher. Like
everybody can just go tackle his ass. It's a knife, bro. Throw a desk at him.
Yeah.
Oh God, I would just be like, dude, all the kids just picking up the desk, throwing that shit at him. That man's got like a fucking cracked skull now. Because it's not a gun. Like you feel like you can get kind of close if you just get something in your way. How's he gonna stab me if I got a desk in the way? I would just keep it in between us. Fuck you. I'd be using that desk like with the legs out. Like, nah, I ain't gonna let you get near me, bro.
You watch any good animes?
Oh, I haven't. I've been wanting to watch the what's it called? The live action of Cowboy Bebop.
I think I watched that. Ain't that with like the cyborg thing?
Yeah,
and he's
on the ship and stuff like that.
Yeah.
His name is...
I think, I watched that. That shit kind of dope. It's like Western, but still
but in outer
anime.
Space. Yeah, Western outer space anime, bro.
And I normally don't like shit out of space, but anime, you cannot go wrong 9 times out of 10. When Netflix refer me to some, or the likelihood percentage, I like that shit. When it say like 70 to 90% likely that I fuck with it, it's 100% right.
Really? For me, I'm like 70%. I hope. If you're trying to get me to watch these titty animes, I'd be like, oh no, they have failed me. Hey, ain't nobody worried about plot, man. They're worried about getting some money by getting these young boys to click on some titties, bruh.
Exactly.
I know how they making money. They're like, oh, people will buy subscription if we put titties.
We need the plot, man. Fuck all that shit.
I need the plot. I need more, like, actually creative shit, bro.
You seen Baki?
Baki? Which side? Is that the one with, like, the sand spirit thing? Which one's that one?
Naruto? Naruto?
No, you're saying, like, Baki. There's this one anime, like, with a similar name, and it's got this guy, and he's
Baki Hama?
got this, like, sand spirit that comes out of him. I don't remember what the name is. It's on Netflix.
Is he fighting in a tournament?
No. It was, like, some CGI shit. It was terrible.
Oh.
Yeah. What you talking about? It's called Baki. It's like a tournament.
Baki Hama. I think it started off as like a tournament. He needed money for some shit. He loved to fight. He was an extraordinary fighter, as they all go. And then he was fighting people and beating people, and some people died. Then they had like Muhammad Ali like person.
I wanted to watch this actually.
And then I think it was like a Mike Tyson type person. It wasn't Mike Tyson. I guess they didn't have the rights to his likeness, but it was very close and type shit. So I was like, yeah, that shit was super dope.
That's because they love American athletes over there.
Oh yeah,
a lot of them.
I'm surprised we didn't see more of that shit, but I don't know.
I feel like they are worried about, especially like companies like Funimation and stuff like that do have headquarters over here, are especially worried about getting like lawsuits and stuff. Like a lot of these anime companies have headquarters over here as well, for like because they make dubs and stuff like that.
Right.
And so like they put like Mike Tyson in there too. Well, they might get like in trouble or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta like pay him money to use a likeness.
Yeah, everybody famous for sure.
Yeah, they want money. You used me. Let me get some money.
To use their money. To use their name.
Their look, anything. Yeah.
Their music.
Damn, can't even talk about this man. Yeah, that's why they like at the start of like a lot of those like TV shows and shit say like any likeness and stuff like that is purely
copyrighted
fictional.
or whatever.
Yeah. So that nobody can ask for money.
Yep. That's the thing. And it's crazy because, like, you can copyright a lot of shit. You can copyright phrases. Just like, I think, what's his name? Mike. I forgot his name. The dude that say, let's get ready to rumble. Mike something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just remember the memes of him, bro, from like 2010, all the wrestling memes, bro.
Legendary, like, and it's stuff like that. He owns that phrase.
Yeah.
So I believe that means like, and the people that own the happy birthday, you know, you gotta pay the people that, and that's crazy. Like, damn, you wouldn't think that somebody would own that song, but yes, people own that song, and if you sing a certain amount of it or you sing it at all, you will get fucking legal action taken upon you, Buster.
I be getting more into like UFC and shit like that.
Who you like to watch?
I just be watching anyone. It's because of like the Dan guy. What's his name? I'm trying to remember. So like this is gonna sound funny.
Dana White?
Yeah, Dana White. Not Dan. I called him Dan, bro. I forgot. It's Dana White.
I don't know nobody else named Dana, so it makes sense.
Yeah, facts.
No man.
But it's because like Dana White is funny. It's honestly Dana White is funny as fuck, and I got into watching clips of him. Yeah. So I just be watching like clips of UFC and shit on YouTube just because like I got into his content and shit.
It's super dope. He the fucking the president of UFC.
Yeah, and he just be like hanging out with people and shit. He's just a normal guy, bro. It's so cool to like see him in that like on God, and he just like I don't remember like he hangs out with these guys and they just be like doing like pranks and shit. I know some of it's stupid, but some of it's like cool the shit they be doing.
It's dope to see somebody that's literally the toughest motherfucker in the world could kill you in 3 seconds. They show their personality as well too.
It's funny as fuck because like he's got clips of him going out to the club and shit like that. Like I like those videos where they all.
And Dana White used to fight in the UFC.
Yeah, he did, bro.
So that's what really make it dope.
Yeah, that's why it's like, and that's why he deserves to be like that head, bro. Because, like, man actually knows what the fuck he's talking about when he sets rules and shit like that. Yeah. But it's funny just to see, like, the clips of fighters coming up to him like, bro, you gotta change this, dog. Like, come on, bro, you know me, man. You gotta change this. And I just be like, chill.
But think about the pressure that he's under.
I know. I'd be like, chill. Don't do that to him, bro. You know he, like, got
you know
up his ass
they will,
telling him what to do.
He got the power. It's just like, the wrestlers was with Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon and Stephanie McMahon, you know.
Yeah, you see that clip of Dana White and the fighter, and he's telling him like, you gotta charge them 80%. You gotta charge them 80% if they don't do this for I don't remember what it was. Be like they were like cheating or something. He's like, you gotta charge them 80% because they don't care. They'll still do it. They're willing to pay 30%. They don't care. It's funny as fuck.
That shit crazy.
It's just clips like that. I love that shit. Dana White just stands there like.
Yeah.
Ain't got no emotion. I just be like, I got you.
That shit crazy. Imagine all the shit he's seen. Imagine all the people that he's possibly seen die in the UFC, in that ring.
Dude, he's watched men at least go brain dead. You know what I mean?
Damn, he watched people get CTE. Like, damn.
Or the amount of times he's had to fear, even just in general, how often he fears that a fighter just got put out of their career. You know, that a fighter's career just ended with some of these like hits. You know what I mean? That shit's crazy, bro. I like when I was younger, because I didn't know like what any of this shit meant. I was just like, I just thought WWE was it. You know what I mean?
Hell no.
I'm so fucking stupid, bro.
And even the UFC. Have you ever seen Russian bare knuckle boxing? Oh my god.
Dude, I be watching like you seen the slap competitions?
Yeah,
Some of that shit is funny as fuck, bro. The slap
but no cap though. It'd be a 100-pound dude slapping a fucking 300-pound dude.
Some of those 300-pound dudes, I've watched them fall, bro.
Yeah, but it's surprised. It's like, bro, that it should be a weight. It should be just like boxing, a weight limit. Like that shit crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it's not big yet, so they ain't be doing that yet. You know, they ain't that focused on it. But
damn, it said, hold up. I just looked up how many people have died in the UFC. It says there have been no deaths in UFC history. As for the MMA, there were 7 deaths in sanctioned fights.
That's what it was. MMA.
And 9 deaths in unsanctioned fights.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Damn, I did not know that.
People, I mean,
but still, CTE and shit.
In UFC, they are really quick about getting to those guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? But same with MMA, they are. You know, so I just feel
it's not as, I guess. I guess. But I feel like the MMA probably been out longer than the UFC.
People have definitely been put out of a career though with some of these fights. You know what I mean? I mean, there are definitely moments where a guy gets hit too hard and they have skull fractures and shit. I watch these guys and I've seen these clips where I'm just like, damn, that was it. Like, you can tell the moment where it's just like that man.
Or a leg broke.
Or a leg broke. You're like, that man's not going to be back.
A leg kick that breaks the leg.
Or if he is, he's not going to be back for 2 years, bro. It's going to take him a moment to then. He's going to lose all his muscle because you know that shit just drops the fucking away when you're doing that rehabilitation. Then you got to start walking slowly again, learning. Shit's crazy.
And then on top of that, fighters they've been hurt like that. Sometimes they don't mentally ever get back because they're always afraid it'll happen again.
Yeah, they start feeling phantom pain.
Yep.
Because, dude, when you get hit with that pain, you ain't got no drugs or nothing. Like, oh my god.
Even if you do, wake up in the middle of the night and that shit wore off type shit. That shit.
Oh my god! All of a sudden, you're just spam clicking that button, bro. Trying to get a nurse, trying to get some of that IV fluid down in you. You're like, oh. Fuck,
you remember? You remember when in Breaking Bad when Hank got fucked up? He got shot by the Salamanca brothers, I think. And he was in the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, this shit ain't working. He clicked that shit like 30 times. It was like, yeah.
Dude, that was me. That was me after my scoliosis surgery. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, and I could tell no one was clicking that button for me.
Yeah.
So I'd wake up after 5 hours.
Hurting.
Like, fucking, like, oh my god, someone fucking flipped me over. Like, holy shit. Like, all of a sudden I was like, I don't know, they cut down my spine, bro, and put a rod in there, so it just felt, like, insane. Felt like my whole, like, chest, I just needed to, like, move, bro. But I couldn't get myself up.
Right.
So it's just like, I'm just laying there, like, clicking this button, like, oh. All of a sudden, you just wake up. Yeah, bro, you wake up and you're sweating, and, like, you're having, like, this fever pain. It's crazy.
That's hilarious. But serious, that shit was insane.
Yeah, I felt that, man. I was like, that's been me, bro. That's been me.
Yeah, but And there be people, bro. You ever seen like people in India or Africa, but they look like Mario if he got stepped on and turned into the smaller version of Mario.
Oh my god, because they have...
And it'd be old 93-year-old person.
You know why there's so many people with birth defects over there, right?
No.
Okay, so because the way that they marry people off, like a lot of it is like they know like people in their family and they incest. They know they marry cousins.
Just like shit. England and shit like that.
Yeah, they be marrying cousins, bro. You know the white people, we have our problem with that. We have our problem with that.
I don't understand. How could you have pride in your bloodline when you just out here having sex with
they're keeping the bloodline pure by doing that?
That's insane.
Because they're looking for another person of the same religion, same culture, same and so it leads to like.
I feel you though. That's probably the only way.
Incest down generations.
That's probably the only way to find somebody that's a perfect match that does the same thing, believes in the
they
same
don't get to choose the match. You know, it's the parents choosing. It's not perfect match. It's a random person.
I'm just
and
saying.
They barely work to find you a match. It's just they're like, yes, match. Thank God.
Yeah, of course. I'm just saying, like the belief system.
Yeah,
is all linked up.
Well, they get something out of it, you know, like a family business, or yes, we're gonna get heirs. We need male workers. We need.
But that's what makes millionaire families, though.
Exactly, that's what they're worried about. They're worried about making their families rich, you know.
Yeah.
Then they'd be having these incest babies, and it'd be like, oh no.
That's insane.
So, that's why in cultures like the farther east you go, it just. Yeah.
Yeah, because Western, we all have the equality and you can be what you want to be mentality and shit like that.
So many cultures. We are, as it has been said before, a mixing pot of all countries.
A melting pot.
Melting pot. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Melting pot. Yes. My retarded ass, bro. It's been too long. I've been out of school for a couple days. Need to put me back in already.
You heard about schools that was going to court. I don't know. Somebody in the school board or whatever, they was going to court because they wanted to get rid of critical race theory. You heard about it?
Yeah, I hate all of these because critical
they don't want to talk about
race theory. Like critical race theory, I guarantee you, it's not going to be a critical of race. It's going to be like.
I believe it's the main thing was they people are pushing against talking about and teaching slavery. I think that was the main thing. White people, obviously, because it's funny as well. But it makes sense.
Race is a social construct. Oh, do you think race is a social construct?
I mean, I feel like
no.
Whatever race you are, people are gonna have. People are gonna have. What's it called? The motherfucking.
It's not a social construct to me because we give birds genealogies. We don't just call them all birds.
People have What's that shit called when you prejudge somebody? Not prejudice. I don't know.
Oh, stereotypes?
Stereotypes, thank you. People have stereotypes in all races and shit. People that have never seen other people that don't look like the people that you're used to, we're always going to have other people say, oh, they're like this, or they're like this, they're all like this, because that's how people do. We make assumptions, and sometimes those assumptions can keep us safe, get us money, whatever, but a lot of the times it just be bullshit.
I don't think, I think what it's saying, the whole critical race theory, that race is a social construct, to me race is not a social construct. I mean, it is a very clearly noticeable thing. I mean, I am white, you are black, some people are Asian, some people are other ethnicities, and there are cultures, and it's not just a social construct, it tells us things about history, it tells us things about our past. It tells me where your people stayed, and it tells me about where my people went, where their people went, because of my color, my people went farther away from the middle of the equator. I mean, there's things that we can learn about where we went from when we were very unsmart people, and then we can learn about the paths that people took and where we went and where the first colonies popped up of people at all. Some of it's really cool, you know? That's called, like, the whole study of anthropology is, I think, really useful to know, like, where we came from and where we all originated at and, like, where we descended from and
the
moved
Big
on
Bang.
to. Big Bang, bro. It's not
You
just,
believe in
I
that?
don't just believe in what?
Do you believe in the Big Bang?
I do. You know, I believe
I'm not
that,
talking about an orgy.
I believe in the Big Bang. I think that, you know, because the idea that the sun is a star with energy and the idea that the energy will die off and then at some point collapse in on itself and then cause a Big Bang.
But that's
to
just
happen
what we
again.
think. That's just what we think. Like, just to even take it down to a minuscule
Fair.
level. What's it called? Oh my God. Weathermen and women, they be wrong sometimes. So if we can't even predict the weather, how the fuck we gonna predict what the sun gonna do? If you really think about it,
And that's fair.
That's
I mean,
just a
it could
prediction.
It could do a lot of different things. It's a theory.
we
just
can't
like
even
so many
travel
other
light
things.
years. So how the fuck we know what a? Come on.
A lot of the psychology stuff is just theories, though. You know what I mean? And it's just true until proven false. As funny as that is, you know what I mean?
But it's cap until it's proven true. That's how it goes.
I think that there are situations where it has been proven
Think-
true.
like,
You know,
think
like
about
we
it.
can measure energy levels and stuff like that.
If I tell you something that I believe is true and you haven't seen it to be true, then it's not proven to be true.
And that's fair.
Isaac's, oh my God, I'm blanking on everything. Newton's laws, there we go. Newton's laws were specific and they were, it's like, okay, if this happens, then this is the reason why.
And that's fair. It's all just a theory. You know, I feel like with the weather, it's because we don't put as much money into guessing the weather.
I
You
think,
know, they would
hell
put
no,
more.
bro.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
no.
When you got those weather machines, like they're like what? Even if they're 10 grand, you know, some of this shit that they used to go to space and to like measure the sun and stuff like this. I mean, they put millions of dollars into like doing this stuff.
But why would weather people, they get paid all over the world? Why would the people who created the...
Because it's just seen as a more common job.
No, but why would people who created the weather machines, when they were first trying to create it, make a cheap version or something that doesn't really work if they could...
No, that's probably the best version that we have so far, you know what I mean?
Why would they not put in every single resource, I guess, that they had into it?
Oh, I'm sure there are versions, but I'm just saying not every company can afford the $1 million weather machine. You know, I'm sure that there is a version of a weather machine that they know that they can make that is way too expensive to make for commercial use. So you have to make something that is cost efficient and also useful at the same time. I mean, that is a big part of business is, you know, I'm sure they could make a $4 million a weather machine that it just does a great job. What
type of weather machine you think ABC got?
I'm sure they've got a really nice one.
You think they got one of the best ones?
I think they've got
We're talking about weather
I'm sure
machines.
they've got a nice one, but I don't think they have the best one. I'm sure the government has something much better. I'm sure the government has like $100 million one.
But why would they not share that with the public? Or do you think they are not sharing it with the public?
Because
If that is...
why aren't they sharing it with the public? Because the moment you share it with the public, you're sharing it with other countries.
So you can get paid.
And our government is very greedy. And
It's weather, like, bro, it's rain and
we're not
sun.
very good sharers.
I guess so. But hey,
We have never been very good sharers.
a year ago, didn't the FBI release a bunch of documents and that proved conspiracy theory?
Plenty of conspiracy theories are
Yeah.
true, and plenty of them are a bunch of fucking hubbubaloo. I mean, there are conspiracy theories like the whole 9/11 being an inside job and shit like that, and the government is out to hunt you down, being clearly just maybe a little crazy. You know, the fact that the government might have had some part in it, God, I fucking hope not. But there's a chance. It's not like I'm not going to say there's not a chance. There's certainly a chance. But, nah. And then there's other ones where, like, the government spying on you through a computer. Well, it makes a lot more sense. The fact that Alexa might be listening to me, sadly, makes more sense. She's connected to internet 24/7 and
knows what you like.
knows what I like. And
what you want to hear, knows how to market to you.
Amazon can make money selling that information.
Yes.
So it makes sense. You know, that is one of those conspiracy theories where I'm like, is that a conspiracy theory?
It's real.
Or is it just, does that make sense? I mean, it makes sense that they would sell it. They get money out of it.
It's true. We've seen it with social media.
You know what I mean?
And if people are doing that with social media.
Exactly.
They're not how are people that work for Instagram getting paid? What are they getting paid to do? Instagram isn't like something you got to pay for. Twitter got a new feature called.
I guarantee some of those Instagram people are getting paid to look at your profile and tell the company what you like. Some of them are getting paid to make better algorithms.
But I'm saying they don't get paid directly like from the app. They get paid to do something to just analyze it. And I'm saying like other apps like Twitter. They got,
a lot of those guys
Twitter
only
Blue.
get paid when they notice a bug. So like the first guy to notice a big bug can get paid like $25,000 on the spot. So a lot of these guys there's a whole bunch of coders fighting to notice something.
Right.
So they don't even get paid until they do something. So they might not get paid anything for a month.
That's
and then
what I'm saying.
Get their big payday right there.
That's what I'm saying. They got to work off commission or whatever and shit like that. But I'm saying Twitter, like I said, they just introduced a new feature. I think you pay like $3, $2, and it's Twitter Blue. They got more features and shit like that. You can do this, that, and the third.
God, I saw that.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Even YouTube has done it. YouTube has been free.
YouTube Red.
Free for fucking years, and now you can do YouTube Red. You can lock your phone with the and listen to music on YouTube. And we've been wanting that shit since 2010. Like, oh wow, you did it! What? Yay! It only took you over 10 years, but it is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, and even to go further than that, it's like you can just see the change, and like even TV shows and shit like that. You gotta be subscribed to like 20 different fucking things to get all your favorite TV shows.
I miss when it was just Netflix for a second. For a minute there,
or you can be, I guess, old school and be like me, and I just watch Netflix. Netflix and YouTube, that's all I watch. So.
And I don't blame you, bro. It's so much money. Thank goodness, like my parents still watch some of this stuff, and so I like be feeding off their accounts. I can watch this shit, bro, because
I can go weeks and weeks after I can pay the bill and not even watch it the whole fucking month. But I just want to have it because Netflix will never fucking steered me wrong. So
I feel that. Now, dude, they got Peacock, HBO Max, fucking Hulu, everything, bro. Amazon Originals, fucking, they're trying hard, bro.
Exactly.
It's the same as a TV package nowadays.
And then we got Patreon. Then we got OnlyFans. And then it don't even gotta be sex. It could just be a cooking. It could be your favorite cooking show or whatever.
For real, bro.
Rappers be selling tutorials.
They are egging you on to tip them some money, bro.
Right, shit like that. And that's a monthly subscription type shit. So you know.
Oh yeah.
It's the best time and it's the worst time because back when it was just TV, people that were on TV they were worth more. But now since it's a whole lot of streaming services. The content is worth less.
Yeah, dude.
The platform's worth more.
PewDiePie, man, that man's worth bank.
Yeah, on YouTube, right?
On YouTube.
How much would he be worth if he switched over to Twitch?
I think his primary audience is YouTube.
It may that's what I'm saying.
I think he's tried some Twitch streams, and I think it doesn't work out for him well.
But I ain't saying try it. I'm saying 100% switch over.
I don't think it would work. I think there's I'm sure there's Twitch streamers out there that make more than him now at this point because Twitch is going crazy with the donations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, making money off YouTube, you get paid per view and stuff like that. Got these, and of course, merch and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the Twitch streamers, I mean, they're over there fucking got the e-girls getting a $5 tip every 4 seconds, man. I mean,
it's smart.
That shit adds up.
Just like, you heard of Fresh and Fit?
Who?
Fresh and Fit?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they two people, one named Fresh, the other one named Fit.
Weird.
And they be asking girls, hot girls, they live in Miami. They be asking hot girls in Miami on their panel like they do every day or every couple of days. Questions about being an OnlyFans model, being traditional versus being modern, and stuff like that.
Do they walk around the street or are they like?
No, they got like a whole setup.
I got you.
Yeah, it's a dope ass studio setup. Multiple camera angles. They be having like 16 bitches on at a time. Plus them, like, set up. Yeah, it's super lit. But yeah, they be.
Oh, they the guy? They got like the big ass square table with like 6. I think I've seen.
Yeah, I know you've seen. You have. They super big.
Okay,
super big.
I've definitely seen. When you said they got like 16 bitches on there at a time,
yeah.
I was like, oh, I saw them.
Academics I saw them recently.
Yes, I saw them playing some girls who were talking about wanting a traditional man.
Yep, that's it.
I saw the traditional man one, that was hella interesting. Talking about like untraditional women and untraditional men nowadays.
Yeah.
and how it's weird to ask for a traditional man when no woman is traditional.
Exactly, and there's different dynamics, like what it costs to be a successful man and what it costs to be successful. Well, not I wouldn't even say successful, but as a desirable woman. And success is what makes men most desirable, and beauty is what makes women most desirable.
Hell yeah.
And that different dynamic.
I think it's different for some guys, though, because I can't say that success is not desirable, bro. To be able to be like, shit, if I stop working for a minute, that things will be all good.
But it's
nice
primarily
sometimes.
What makes a man
That's fair.
desirable for other women.
That's fair. I know what you mean.
Because you're being successful, then you're wanted by other people, too. So it's like, she got to stay on her toes if she want to keep you happy and keep you around, you know, unless you just a simp.
Shit, that's facts.
Word.
That's facts. Hey, relationships, they gotta be, once again, they gotta be both people giving, you know what I mean? Not just, not just
it can never be
simping
50-50.
for another fucking person.
Something I learned in my past relationships, a relationship can never be 50-50. Somebody
gotta be imperfectly.
Yeah, for sure, and that too. But somebody's always gonna be the main one trying to keep it together, keep it positive, blah, blah, and the other one, you know, they can work on themselves and blah blah blah. But it's never just gonna be, I do this 100% and you do this 100%. That's my, you know.
Yeah, facts.
It's gonna be some people that are gonna be better at some things, and you know, it's loving and choosing to love an imperfect person. While being imperfect and accepting that you're imperfect and they are.
Oh, yeah. And I feel like that's why, like, a lot of people, they don't realize that you gotta work on self-acceptance first a lot of the time.
First,
so that,
before
like,
you even think about a relationship.
Or your own insecurities will come out at that person. I was talking to this, man, I won't even say it, but I know some people who have their own insecurities come out when I'm on the phone with them, and it's just like,
yeah.
It sucks, yeah. It's just like, damn.
Especially when you ask a motherfucker a question, a really important question, they be like, "Damn, you put me on the spot." No, I'm not, bitch. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
I'm just asking. You taking it, you getting angry because you're not comfortable in your skin. So I was sitting here thinking of a fucking question I wanted to ask you before we ended it, and I came up with one. If you could die and be reincarnated as an animal, bug, or plant, what would you want to be reincarnated as?
Ooh.
For me, I was sitting and the first thing I thought of was a whale. Because it'd be dope. Because first of all, don't nothing fuck with a whale. Second of all, I could explore the ocean and see what humans can't see, the deepest of the depths, and see the different creatures and different landscapes. That shit would be super dope.
Well, other than, like, another life, because I feel like that would be really interesting just to get, like, the perspective as someone who's, like, I don't know, I think it would be interesting to, like, live another life as, like, a different gender or, like, a different race or, like, just a completely different part of the world, bro. Not even America, you know what I mean? Like, reincarnation is just, like, something crazy the next time around. But
fuck that.
But other than that, like, I don't know, bro, like a fox or something like that. Because I fuck with the foxes. Something that can, like, be outside all the, yeah, bro. But I fuck with, like animals, like furry animals and shit like that, or like a polar bear or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not a polar bear now, though, because those ice caps are melting, bro.
Or a wolf.
Wolf or something like that would be dope.
Wolves are dope as fuck.
Just because, like, to be able to be, like, outside all the time, like, it's winter, like, you're not even freezing.
Yeah.
Like, that would be crazy not to worry about that. Just all you worrying about is, like, your pack and, like, getting some prey, bro. I don't know, that shit would be interesting.
There you have it. A whale and a fox. Anyway, signing out. Bro Conversations. For a new episode, know you probably waiting. Plant a seed in your brain, let me pollinate it. And I'm not like the rest, I don't do the faking. You are now tuned into Bro Conversations.